Hi, I'm FB and this is Team News April 16th, episode 38, beginning with the latest results. On Wednesday, the ESL Dirty Nightcup took place. This cup served as a great warm-up for the upcoming LAN Gamers Assembly since the official map pack was used. In the end, this was completely dominated by the French, who took all the positions on the podium, with Bepino taking first ahead of Alban and Joshi. A VOD of the final by Team Live in French is available to watch. TM Masters True Talent Cup Edition 8 was played on Friday. As usual, the server of 100 slots filled up quickly and the race was on. After about 1 hour and 40 minutes of play, only one player remained in Massa, who defeated his fellow countryman Beat in the very last round. Third player on the podium was once again FB, and VODs of this cup can be found in the description, as well as a link to the overall scoreboard. Now for Saturday, we had FB's weekly race edition 11. Around 140 players once again lined up to the start, and after about 1 hour of intense driving, 95 of them had finished, which was a new record. As for the results, РESULTS was at last dethroned after having won the race 4 weeks in a row. Instead, the French player Roa, who drove only his second race, was able to narrowly defeat RESULTS with only about 2 seconds in a very thrilling conclusion. Third place went to Wally, who also drove the race for the second time, and he also got the best lap. A VOD of the race can be found below, as well as other useful links. The endurance race MVP Ironman was played later that Saturday past midnight. It had 37 players who started, with 20 of them managing to finish. In the end, JaviFlyer stood at the top, being the only player with a time under 1 hour. Second place went to Paros and Art took third. The full results is linked to in the description. TM Masters Team Cup had its quarterfinals taking place on Sunday. 8 teams fought for the 4 semi-final slots, and the first team who reached it was Team Acer, who defeated Penta with a 2-0 score. 3D Max vs We Hate ULOS unfortunately only had 1 map played, as ULOS sadly rage quit and left the tournament in a very bad manner. Druids managed to defeat Fun Team with a 2-0 score in a pretty close match, and lastly the big showdown between Dignitas and BX3 ended off with a victory for Dignitas, who after having lost the first map made a comeback and won with a 2-1 score. VODs of all the matches can be found below, as well as a link to the playoffs tree. Also on Sunday, the grand final of the Speed Fun Cup hosted by Linkin and WWS was played between Team Legends and Linkin 2. And after a close match, Team Legends could win with a 2-1 score to become the champions. Third place in the tournament went to WWS 1. The final was streamed by Stubby TV and a VOD is available below, and you can also read a short summary of the match by someone over at Maniactive. The ESL Canyon Country Championship has now had 3 rounds of matches. Right now, France is leading the group stage with 3 victories and 0 losses, with only having lost 1 round. Germany though aren't far away, as they also got 3 victories and 0 losses, however they have lost 1 more round. To see the full rankings, you'll find that over at ESL, and I will also try to link the VODs of the matches that have been streamed. Ending off the results, the 3x5 Canyon Time Attack Cup ended on Sunday, and the winner was Pac, who had an average score of 1.5 and thus won €80. Second place and €60 went to Cypher, and then third place and €40 was handed out to Cloning. The top 15 results can be seen in an image linked to in the description. Now for community news. Last week I reported about it being faster to drive backwards in Canyon, but it turns out it's also faster in Valley. As seen in this video made by Andriv, it seems to be just as effective as it is in Canyon. However, it looks like this backward driving will not last for long, as in the next Mania Planet update it apparently will be fixed. The Alternative Race Tournament is asking for maps for their upcoming event. This will be an RPG competition using the RPG title pack and played in a 2 vs 2 format. But as said, they first need maps for it, and if you want to send in your work, then take a look at the topic over at Mania Exchange for more information. Deadline is set to May 4th. Now for upcoming events, starting with the Trackmania 2 NTC, which is a tournament using only Nadeo maps. It's already started a time attack qualifier that will end on this Sunday, and then the next day the group stage will start and last for 6 weeks, and then after that there will be a playoff phase as well. All the information you could possibly need is found in the official forums for the tournament, which is linked to below. Starting on Thursday and lasting until Monday, Rosta 2 is hosting another time attack tournament played in the original stadium game Trackmania Nations ESWC. To participate in this event, simply just join the Rosta 2 server in-game and start shedding your times. For more information on how the point system works, which is a bit unique, then pay a visit to the topic at TMX. Now for some specially themed Easter tournaments that ESL are going to host. starting with the Easter Map-pack Cup that will be played in Canyon and using the current Canyon Country Championship maps. It will take place on Thursday starting at 8 PM CEST, and if you want to participate then check out the news post over at ESL. And then the second Easter themed cup is the ESL Valley Easter Cup, which will have the same format. This one will happen on Friday instead at 8 PM CEST, and once again if you want to join then you'll find more details at ESL's website. This upcoming weekend there will also be a couple of offline LANs featuring Trackmania tournaments, starting with the Norwegian LAN The Gathering, which will open up the doors on Friday. Not much information about the Trackmania tournament is known other than it being played in Trackmania 2 Stadium, but there most likely is going to be a stream which will be announced later this week, hopefully together with a proper schedule. The second LAN taking place this weekend is the Dutch-based The Party, which starts on Friday and ends on Sunday. This one will be a Trackmania Nations Forever tournament and will have quite good hardware prices. But that's pretty much all I know about it, and there's most likely not going to be a stream. The last LAN happening is the French event Gamers Assembly. This one will start on Saturday and go on until Monday. There will be both a Trackmania 2 Stadium Tech and Dirt tournament organized, and for both of them 10,000 euro is in the prize pot, together with some other prizes as well. By the looks of it, Draconia TV will stream matches from these tournaments. Also, on Maniactor you can find a preview of the Dirt tournament, and it looks like a preview of the Tech tournament will also be published later on. Back to online events now, beginning with FP's weekly race, which will have its 12th edition on Saturday at 7 PM CEST. As usual, to be eligible to play, all you have to do is to join the server before starting time, and the map used will be added to the server 15 minutes before going live. Also new for this edition is that a couple of trial keys for Stadium will be given out, so if you haven't played the game yet or want to give it to a friend, then make sure to tune into the stream. Everything else you need to know can be found in the description below. On Sunday, the Panic Cup played in Trackmania Nations Forever will begin. This is a time attack tournament taking place over 1 week, with each day having 3 new maps to set times on. And a point system will be used based on your server rankings. There will also be prizes in form of 50,000 coppers in total. More information about the event is found on the official website. We also got the ESL Canyon Country Championship taking place on Sunday, and to follow the matches I'd recommend following Thu-Fri on Twitch as he's streaming most of the matches. And then also on Sunday, the semi-finals of Team Masters Team Cup will be played between 3D Max and Druids in the first semi and Dignitas vs Team Acer in the second. It should be 2 very exciting matches to follow, and to make sure you don't miss them, check out the Trackmania Versus page on Facebook, which will keep you updated with streams for the matches. To finish off this fully packed episode, ESL has announced that they will be hosting another edition of the ESL Country Championship for Stadium, this time using Trackmania 2 Stadium instead of Nations Forever. For those who don't know the format, there will be map packs consisting of 1 tech, dirt and speed map, with the points being based on how many rounds you win instead of maps. Right now ESL are asking for people to apply as team captains for their countries, and they are also asking for maps, however only for speed maps since the tech and dirt maps will be picked from the ESL CPS and DPS seasons. The deadlines for both is set to May 3rd, and further details is found in the official announcement over at ESL. And that's all I had for this week. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll be back next week with more. 8 teams fought for the 4 semi-final slots, and the first team who reached it was Team Acer, but 8 teams fought for the 4 8 teams fought for the 4 finals. Now for community news. Last week I reported about it being a bastard. But that back to online events now, beginning with FB's weekly race, which will have its